to show you how to apply Color Street nail strips. I've got my nails bare and prepped and ready to go. So follow along in this video and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, let's get started. So I have everything I need in front of me. I'm going to do this beautiful purple called Glitter Days Ahead from our fall line. I've already used it on my toes, that's why it's already open. And then I thought for fun accent I might use this Kilowatt, which is a neon for accent nails, so we'll see. And then I have my other tools that I need: a file, an orange cuticle stick, and this rubber cuticle stick, and my alcohol swab, which I'm going to do my nails with right now. And before you start doing your nails, make sure that they are prepped and ready. I do like to use this stuff or some sort of cuticle softener or remover. Just helps you to push them back better and get a better application. All right, now that my nails have been wiped off with the alcohol, I'm ready to get started. So one of these alcohol packets will come in your Color Street. It'll be right down here in the package. I guess I could have used that one, but and like I said, I have already used this on my toes, so that's why I have used some of them, and I resealed it with a flat iron. It's a little trick that a lot of us do. No guarantee from Color Street. They do say they are a one-time use only product, but I guess we're just all rule breakers, and especially if you have short nails, you can get a lot of uses out of these. You can do mani and pedi, or even a couple manis and one pedi. All right, so with your nails, I always like to start with my pinky and move towards my thumb. You always want to do your thumbs last because they are your tools to perforate the nail strips and such. So I'm going to start with pinky, and I know that this size works for me. So I just peeled off the top plastic part, and now I'm going to peel this little silver part off. This is the actual nail strip, and I like to use the what we call anchor method, which is sticking it again to the white backing, so I have something to anchor it to without getting too many fingerprints on it. As you can see, I can lift and reposition, and with this one I'm just kind of stretching it to fit my nail. So what you want to do is get it right down to your cuticle, but not on your cuticle at all. If you get it on your cuticle, it will not adhere well, and it will lift. And you'll feel it when you're running your hands through your hair or washing your hair. It's an annoying feeling, so don't do that. So this is where these little tools come in. You can flatten out any bubbles that you may have gotten, tips that might have gotten wrinkled. Kind of fold the excess over. I like to not get it too sharply blunt on the end, so that when it does cure, because it's nail polish, it will cure a little bit. It may shrink back just a bit. So I have a little wrinkle there. I want to get that out and fold the excess over so that while it cures, it will just make the end of my nail colored too, instead of, white nail showing through. So now I'm going to work on my cuticle a little bit, getting this pushed back, and see, I had a little bit on there, so I'm going to tear that off. These little tools are great. I think I just got like a 30-pack on Amazon, but you might be able to find them in a store like Walmart or Target if you look. Okay, so that's one nail done. Now, if you have shorter nails, you can save this little excess piece and put it on your other hand. But this doesn't look like it's going to cover my nail quite, so I'm just going to have to set this aside. Sometimes I will save those and give them to my neighbor for her little daughter, or for my niece, because they have smaller nail beds, so why waste? All right, so I'm going to set that one aside and get on with it. Do the other pinky. And this time I'll show you from this side. I'm going to, as you see, I placed it with the anchor method again, and I'm going to pull a little tab off. So you get different sizes here, as you can see. You get 2 full strips of 8, so you get 16 nail strips. and they're all different sizes, and then some of them, you know, vary from the top to the bottom. So this one, for example, is narrower on this side than it is on this side, so this time I'm going to use the wider portion on my nail. Just make sure that that cuticle's down and try to get my placement correct. All right. And I'm going to move it a little bit. I'm usually very tedious, thorough, methodical, I don't know what you would say, when I do my nails, so that's why it's kind of a little bit more challenging for me to do an application video, because I'm kind of a perfectionist and don't like it when I'm rushed, because this is something enjoyable, something you take a little time for yourself, so it's nice to just enjoy the process and not feel rushed. But in order to show you guys a little bit better, I'm going to try to move along. So again, I'm smoothing it out, tucking the excess over the tip of my nail, and that all looks pretty good. Just going to let it do its thing and cure. Now you want to not get your hands wet if you can help it for like half an hour. So don't do it right before you shower or take a bath. Best time to apply our nails are right before bed. So after you've done everything else you need to for the day, and then apply your nail strips. And I found there's just a magic in letting them sit while you sleep. It's a great part, right? It's dry nail polish, so it won't smudge while you're sleeping, and it will just cure. And I find that I get better, the tips look better when I do that. They last a little bit longer. It's just a better application for me when I do it right before bed and let it cure overnight without doing anything. You know, you're not tempted to do anything while you're sleeping. Not that you can't start doing things right away. You certainly can, but wouldn't recommend washing dishes or anything like that right away. Or gardening right away. Nothing like that. Okay, so I'm going to move along and do some other nails, and I'll come back and show you the accent nail. Alright, so I did my middle finger, and I'm just going to go back and do my ring finger with this, because I'm just excited to see how this looks together. It's, you know, getting a little closer to Halloween, so I feel like I can break out some Halloween-esque colors. I've used this set before too, as you can see. I even have little saved pieces. But we're going to find a full piece to use on that ring finger. This one should work right there. Now, if your nail strips are kind of dry or feeling not malleable enough, or like they're going to stick to your nail very well, you want to just heat them up, like place them in a pocket of your jeans or just next to your body to warm up. You can even like place them flat on your chair and sit on them to warm them up. Put a warm blow dryer, anything that will just help, because as the temperatures start to drop here, the application will be a little bit tighter with the temperatures getting colder. They apply best at, like, I don't know, 72 degrees probably. I'm just guessing, but you want to have them just the right temperature, kind of. See, I'm just smoothing this out and making sure it adheres to my nail. Before I did any of this, I washed my hands with Dawn dish soap as well to remove any oils. Should have said that right off the bat, but that looks pretty good. Now I have a couple of choices. I think they look fun together. What do you think? The green and the purple. I'm going to show you a little bonus tip, since I had run into something where I had like a little bit of extra space over here that I kind of wanted to cover up. And this is something that I do for my big toes sometimes too. I'll take a little piece of a strip left over, and I will cut a little bit off. And then I can carefully place that to cover up. I do this with my big toes to cover up the negative space. You can barely see the line between where the other strip ended and that one. All right, now that I'm done, I am going to clean up some of the nails, but as you can see, I did something different on each accent ring finger. So this one I did do the little leopard spot on, and then I used this 1/8 hole punch to place the little glitter days ahead within the spot on. Let me see if I can find it. So like this, like that's one I messed up, but I saved it because it's a little piece. So as you can see, it's just clear, and then you can place that inside. And then on this hand, I used these little nail decals that I had bought in the store, and they were kind of tricky with the little teeny tiny stars. It's not the greatest, that one, but I think you get the idea. So something a little different. And now that I'm done, I can clean up. Since they've cured a little bit, I can clean up with my glass nail file on the edges and stuff. So,